Hello. Cameron Bryan with Curvy Heart Face Paintings. Today I wanted to do a beautiful butterfly. Beautiful butterfly. It's one I get for adults and children all alike. They really enjoy the fun colors, and I felt very rainbowy today. So I wore my, I wore my Dollar Tree flowers. I love the Dollar Tree because it gives you the props you need to make any kid's birthday a little special. And that's what I do with mine. Well, when I go to parties anyways. So today we will be using our rainbow split cake. This one is the Pearl Rainbow Delight. Look, it shimmers. That is different from the other rainbows I have. I have a couple of split cakes, but I'm a big fan of rainbows. I mean, who isn't? It's very popular at parties. I have a regular one that's a little dull, but it's a classic. And then I have neon. So when you put them all together, there are slight differences, but I like this one because it adds an extra shimmer. Neon is also a really good one that I'm quite fond of. And the dull one, you can put it for any rainbow whatsoever. But I today felt like a pearly day. So that's what we're going to do. Along with that, we're going to use our basic melted triple digit black paint. And we are going to be using, I know you can hear all my things sliding, so sorry about the extra noise, my almost gone white paint. So those are the paints that we're going to be using today, as well as I'm a sucker. You guys haven't noticed, I'm not, in my own personal life, I'm not really a bling person. I barely wear jewelry. I like fake studs. I love shimmery gems. I love them for kids. We always have to tell them that they will fall off. I don't like the idea of gluing anything to children's faces. That just never has appealed to me whatsoever. So self-adhesive stickies or gems or whatnot, they sell them everywhere. I get a big bulk pack from Amazon. Just self-adhesive gems. I also get mine from Dollar Tree, if Dollar Tree has any good ones. Like, I love when they have like the reds or like little tiny, they just have a huge variety at Dollar Tree when they have them in. With the times, it's far and in between if they have any. So to do our painting for our butterfly today, we're going to be using a sponge. This looks dirty, but trust me, it is clean. Paint just stains. So we're going to be using this, and we're going to wet it, and we're going to go back and forth along the palette. Now, if you do not have access to a split cake, that is totally okay. I was doing butterflies, and I was doing rainbow hair on unicorns and rainbows long before I ever even discovered split cakes. So you just take a couple of your other colors, like, whatever tickles your fancy, you get them wet, and you take a brush and you can apply them like I have in some other videos. Just apply them straight like this to make a rainbow, and then you just blot it on. If you watch the video on where I talk about the paints I use and the whole setup that I have here, you'll see that how you load up a sponge. And that's also a very easy thing to look up on YouTube. That's how I learned all my stuff. Everyone asks me how I learned, and I always say YouTube. I want to lie and say, oh, I'm naturally gifted. It's naturally gifted with how to apply paint to a sponge. I mean, pretty basic, but not if you don't want to do it correctly. But yeah, YouTube's your friend. It was my friend when I first started out learning how to do all this. There's tons of great people out there, moms and just instructors, just people, everyday people that want you to have this knowledge so that way you can make the world colorful. So, all right, so today we are going to take our water bottle that's filled with water, and we are going to get our sponge nice and moist, because if it's a little damp, it soaks up the, it has a better time of soaking up the paint and having it be moist when it's in, so it dries out less. Then we are going to spray our palette here. So all the paint I use, and I know I'm a little repetitive, but all the paint I use is water-based. So with water, it easily comes off. So we're just going to go back and forth. And sometimes the top and bottoms don't get all that much attention, so I like to push down. So see, you get that. And it looks a little dry to me, but we're going to test it out on my hand. And you just go and pat. And see the shimmer? It's not as thick as I'd like, but I like it to, so I'm going to add more water. But it does coat a good amount, and it just, isn't that pretty? It's so shiny. Okay, so I'm going to add some more water to my sponge. I'm going to add some more water to my split cake. Like I told you before, you just go back and forth. Give it each color, make sure it gets tons and tons of love. There we go. That looks a little bit fuller. And just for good measure, I might spritz it again. Okay, so for this, I don't tend to do the full face when it comes to butterflies, but you can. So I'm just going to do a half face today. I'm going to do this side. And then if you want, you can do the whole face at home. I'm sure your children will love it. So I want pink up top. So I am going to apply it to my eye socket area, like so. And then to my forehead, like that. All right, see? Boom, color already. But we want to blend and push and rotate the brush, so that way it gives like a flawless butterfly wing feel. You can see. All right, I want mine to be a little bit fluffier, so we're gonna add some more pink to the top, like that. And we're gonna bring it down to connect, so that way it doesn't look super obtuse. And that is my dog Bella. There, I like the little whoosh with the eyeline. And then I'm just going to apply more to my upper cheek, like this. And there we go. Now I'm going to apply the lower wing. So what I do for this one is I tend to pinch. So I want the lower wing to be mostly pink, purple, and blue. So I'm just going to spritz that. And I'm going to go back over my split cake over the pink, purple, and blue part primarily. All right. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to push it right here, right where the nose is. I like to use the shape of the face to help out with the desired, you know, how you want it to look. Because your face is your face. You smile, it's going to change the shape of things. So I try to use my shape of my face to go with how it is. So there you go, split cake. All right, now I could just be done here if I wanted to be whimsical and not have defined lines, but I'm the kind of person that I love big black lines. I love to be defined. I love all that stuff. So I'm going to take a brush that I haven't used in a while, which is this guy. We can see he's had better days, but I love him all the more. So I'm going to want to define these guys. So I'm going to go in with my melted black. I hope everyone is as safe and at home, or able to be as safe as possible while you're out and about. The fires suck, and so I hope that everyone who's involved in them got out safe, and I hope your family members who were involved got out. And then today is September 11th, and one of the first thoughts I had was, where was I? And I remembered I was on a playground in Ohio with one of my best friends. Still to this day, 20 years later, we're still really good friends. So I hope everyone's having a decent September 11th and that you are safe. Okay, So I'm going to go in. I want to round right here. Bring it in. And then we're going to go right here. And I want to bring it in. I'm going to have a very round butterfly, not a sharp butterfly. I like to think the butterflies are soft and round. If anyone, moms, dads, parents, galore, other people who want to maybe start this as like a side time business, have any questions about stuff, I'm more than happy to share any knowledge I have. But I'm just a person who got bored and wanted something to do on the weekends. So here's the bottom one. I just followed the contour of the wing that I already made a little swirl at the bottom. And we're going to do the same right here. We're going to go all the way up the mid-nose. We're going to come down the best you can, and we're going to connect it right there. Like a teardrop, not a teardrop, but like a flower petal. All right, and then I'm going to connect up here. So we're going to come here, and we're going to go over the hairy eyebrow and up. I don't mind if the top one is a little sharp. There we go. Yep. So at this point, like I said, you can stop anytime you want. Butterflies, as long as you have the wing and you have some detailing, children are super happy with it. Especially with this, if you use a sponge or if you use multiple colors and you're able to do a one ply, it saves so much time. So much time. That's one of the reasons why I bought all the split cakes, is because it saves a lot of time. However, I like to go the extra swirly swirl. So we're going to go up here and we're going to come in. And do swirls. Like I said, I like mine to be extra defined with black lines. You know, there's tons of different butterflies out there. You could go with the more natural butterfly look, and you just need to look up their pattern of the butterfly online and then try to copy it to the best of your ability. So let's say for the bottom, I'm going to follow the shape of the wing. And if you want, you could do whatever you want. Like I said, at this point, you're the designer. You could do swirls, you could do lines. I don't like this line right here very much. All right, so I am going to connect the bottom line with the top wing line like that. So what we're going to do with that, and actually, you know what? I want to add a couple dots. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3. And 1 and 2, and 1, 2, 3. And if I really wanted to, I could go in with black eyeliner. I'm not going to do that. I got way too much makeup on my eyeball yesterday with my contact. But all is well today. So anyways, now we're going to work on the body. Now, one of my favorite things to do with this, and kids always look at me like with scrunched up faces, like, what are you doing? Let's see. It is a butterfly, so let's go with the green head. All right, we're going to put the green head right there. Maybe it's too high for a head. We'll bring it down a little bit. All right, now we're going to draw the body. So here's the head, and now we're going to draw the first body, which is like a small little half circle connecting, unless you have like bumps on your nose. I'm definitely not calling that a beauty mark, but hey. And then you go in and you do another half circle for the bottom half of the butterfly body. So, and then if you want, you can go I'll draw a little neck for the head. Doesn't really matter. Just whatever fits your fancy, whatever you feel like. I'm very big on artistic expression. If you want your butterfly to have 5 heads, let it have 5 heads. If a kid asks me for 5 heads, you better bet I'm going to give a kid a butterfly with 5 heads. All right, so now we're going to do our antenna. So we're going to connect to the gem. We're going to go up. We're going to do that swirl, and then we're going to come up and do another. And, I mean, you could add legs. I feel like that's a little bit much on my part. But now, so before you add any glitter, because glitter tends to fall off a lot, I like to add gems. So I have so many gems here to pick from. We're going to go in, and I want to put a blue one right at the tip up here. I figured that's what that needs. And I want to add a little pink one. Okay, pink gem down. I'm going to add a little pink one in the middle of this swirl. And I'm going to add a little green one. I think it deserves to be right here. And we'll add a lighter green one to a couple below it, right? Oh, nope. Not feeling that. It's about to pop off my finger right here. And we're going to add, I feel like I need more pink. Oh, you can have fun with it. I want to add a star right here. No kid's going to give you shame for putting a star on a butterfly. I'm just saying. As long as it sparkles and as long as it's pretty, they're just going to look at you and be like, wow, I have this on my face. I shouldn't be whispering. There's no reason to whisper. I like the little pink one on top, so we're out here. My boyfriend's like, oh, are those reusable? Is that why you're using those in the videos? And I'm like, nope, they're not reusable. So why are you using them? I'm like, because I want to show people how to use them, or how I use them. Not how they should use them, but how I use them. And, I mean, they're not being used right now. So if you look, I have all these dimensions because of shininess. I have a problem. I want to add another pink in between the blues right here. And then that just means I need to add another one. I have a problem. I'll speak up about it when it becomes a serious issue. So I have like a pink, green. I have on my swirls, I have a few. Let's see, I have a blue one. Let's put a blue one right above my eyebrow. Right there. There. Okay, now I feel complete. I'm all blinged out. I'm happy. So we're gonna let that be. I'm gonna spritz my face with water. And I'm gonna cover. No, thank you. It's okay. It's okay. My doggy. All right. Close my eyes and mouth. And add that extra sparkle. If you have a little boy or little girl, kid that wants glitter all over, I tend to spray a little water in their hair and I spritz a little in their hair so it lasts for a little bit longer. So far this is it, and I'm happy with it, and I hope you guys are happy with it too. Let me know if you have any questions about split cakes or gems or anything. Everything I use is water-based, hypoallergenic. It doesn't hurt, or I have not had anyone be seriously affected or any kind of affected by it. The glitter, the kids aren't always a big fan because when it poofs out, sometimes it tickles the face, which makes them think that it's poking them. And I totally get it because I just did it myself and I know what they're talking about. But it's not. It's just a little air. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions about that. If you want split cakes, so this is the brand I use for some of my split cakes. I normally get whatever is on sale that's water-based, that has pretty good reviews. But if you are just starting out at home, there is a $10 face paint kit that you can start out with. That's what I started out with. I started out with that and a few gems from Dollar Tree and some paint brushes that I had a brand new paintbrush kit because I primarily painted before I started this. So yeah, so I'm going to go into my work meeting like this today. see if I get any like oohs or ahs. Probably not, but we'll see. Later today, I think I'm going to do like a dragon. We'll see, or a half knight, half dragon, because that was what was requested. That might happen around noon today, because again, I'm bored. I got nothing better to do. I'll exercise in between. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, ladies and gentlemen, and for watching my videos. I know you might just be bored, or if it's educational, not educational, but if it's something crafty or that you want to do with your kids, it's very simple and it's fun and it lifts their spirits. I find that I've never had a kid like leave my booth and be in down spirits about their face paint. And like I said, it's something that's rare to some. My family is almost sick and tired of it because I'm like, let me paint your face. So they're running for the hills. So anyways, I want to say thank you again for watching. And I want to say hi to my niece and nephew because they'll probably watch this later when they're awake. All right. Well, thank you very much. And let me try to figure out how to turn this off. There's